Good morning, grade 6. Welcome back to grade 6 mathematics class. How are you all doing today? Let's discuss the questions from exercise 2.2 today. All of you please turn to page number 23 in your textbook. Do you see the exercise? Let's discuss the questions now. The first one, which of the following mathematical statements are true? So this exercise is based on the properties of whole numbers that we have already learned. So the first question here is to find out which all among these mathematical statements given here are true. See? Let's see the first question. Question A. 208 plus 176 is equal to 176 plus 208. Here you can see the order of addends is reversed. So does that change the final result? Does it make any change to the sum? See, we have learned even if you change the order of addends in an addition, the result remains the same. So this is called the commutative property of addition. So based on that property, is this statement true? Yes, this statement given here is true. So what about the next one? 304 plus 513 is equal to 403 plus 315. You see, here in this question, the digits in each addend are reversed in order. So does that make any change to the sum? We know changing the order in which the addends are added does not change the sum. But what if we change the order of the digits in the addends? Let's see. See, here it is 304 plus 513. What is the sum of that? 4 ones plus 3 ones is 7 ones. 0 tens plus 1 10 it is 110. 3 hundreds plus 5 hundreds is equal to 8 hundreds. So here the sum is 817. Now what about here? 403 plus 315. Let's see if the sum remains the same. So here 3 ones plus 5 ones is equal to 8 ones. 0 10 plus 110 is equal to 110. 4 hundreds plus 3 hundreds is equal to 7 hundreds. So is the sum the same? Here it is 817 whereas it is 718. The sum is not the same. So is this mathematical statement true? The left hand side is not equal to the right hand side. So this statement given here is false. So similarly, check out the other questions under question number 1 and see if the given statement is whether true or false. Now the next section, it is question number 2, fill in the blanks. Here also you can see a few questions are given. The first question, 77 plus dash equal to 103 plus 77. So you see here is a left hand side and here is the right hand side. Now on the left hand side we have the addend 77 and on the right hand side also we have the addend 77. And here on the right hand side the other addend is 103. So based on the commutative property of addition, what number should come here? It should be the addend 103. So that 77 plus 103 is equal to 103 plus 77. Clear? Now the next question. 56 plus 937 plus 44 is equal to 937 plus dash. See here the addends 937 and 44 are grouped. So we know we always do the operation given within the brackets first based on the BODMAS rule, and we have learnt the associative property of addition. What does it imply? It implies that it doesn't matter the way in which you are grouping the addends, the sum remains the same, right? So based on that, what should come here? So here the addends 937 and 44 are grouped. Now here the grouping is changed on the right hand side. So this must be equal to 937 plus the other two addends. So what should come here? Here it should be 56 plus 44. So I hope this is clear to you. So have a look at the remaining questions given under question number 2 and try doing it yourself. Now question number 3, here Write the properties used in the following. Here 4 statements are given. Let's see the first one. The first question is 175 plus 32 is equal to 32 plus 175. The order of the addends are changed in the addition. And we know this is called the commutative property of addition, and it states that even if you change the order of the addends in an addition, the sum remains the same. So which is the property used in the first case? It is the commutative property of addition. Similarly, find which property is used in the rest of the questions, and you may note down the name of the property in your notebook. Now let's discuss the next question, question number 4. It says, Anish and Ahmed started reading a storybook. On the first day, Anish read 127 pages, and on the second day, he read 79 pages. Ahmed read 79 pages on the first day and 127 pages on the second day. Who read more number of pages? So it's about comparing the number of pages read by these two friends. So let's see. Anish read 127 pages on the first day, and on the second day he read how many pages? 79 pages. Now what about Ahmed? He read 79 pages on the first day, and on the second day he read 127 pages. So just have a look at the addends or the number of pages. See, effectively they both have read the same number of pages. So who read more pages? No one. They read the equal number of pages. So this question is based on the commutative property of addition. You change the order of the addends, the sum remains the same. So you can note down the answer in your notebook along with the question. Now let's discuss the next question, question number 5. A school canteen charges ₹25 for a pack of lunch. An average of 215 lunch packs are sold per day. Find the amount collected by selling as many lunch packs in 4 days. So what you are asked to find? You are given the cost of one packet of lunch. How much is it? It is ₹25. And it is said that on an average, every day the canteen sells 215 lunch packets. So what is the total amount collected in a day? That would be this ₹25 into 215. So this is the total amount the canteen collects in one day. You are asked to find out the amount collected by selling as many lunch packs in 4 days. How do you find it out? So this is the amount collected in one day. So if it is 4 days, this has to be again multiplied by 4, right? So how do you multiply this? See, we have learned the associative property. And associative property in the case of multiplication states that even if you change the order in which the numbers are grouped in a multiplication, the final product remains the same. So we can use this associative property to facilitate multiplication. So to facilitate means to make the multiplication easier. So you see the numbers here. We know 25 into 4 equals 100. So instead of doing 25 into 215 and then multiplying it by 4, we can first multiply 25 by 4, which is equal to 100, and then what is remaining? 250. So this becomes 100, that is 25 into 4, 100 into 215. So what is the total amount? We can easily write the answer as 215 and then 2 zeros, that is multiplied by 100. So you put the comma in between, and what is the amount? It is a total amount of ₹21,500. That is the amount the canteen collects in 4 days. So this is one question which was based on the associative property of multiplication. Let's discuss the next question. Sheila manufactures ready-made garments. She requires ribbons to attach on the garments. One roll of ribbon is 20 meters long. Sheila bought 8 boxes, each containing 5 rolls of ribbon to attach on the garments. Find the total length of ribbon she bought. So Sheila manufactures garments and she would stitch ribbons on these garments. And it is said in the question that one roll of ribbon has got 20-meter length of ribbon on it. And she buys rolls of ribbon in boxes. So she buys 8 boxes of ribbons and each box contains 5 rolls each. So there are 8 boxes of ribbons and in each box there are 5 rolls of ribbon. So total how many number of rolls are there? 8 into 5 or that is equal to 40 rolls. Now you are asked to find out the total length of ribbon she bought. So we are given the input that one roll has 20 meter of ribbon on it. So a total of 8 into 40, that is 8 boxes each containing 5 rolls, and that has a total of 8 into 5 into 20 meter of ribbon. Clear? So you have 8 boxes, each box contains 5 rolls of ribbon, each roll has 20 meter ribbon on it. So the total length of ribbon would be 8 into 5 into 20. Now how do we multiply? First, would you do 8 into 5 and then multiply it by 20? See, here also you can group the numbers for facilitating the multiplication. You can group 5 and 20, do that first and multiply it by 8. What is 5 times 20? We know it is 100. So this would be equal to 8 into 100 or 800. 800 meter is the total length of ribbon she bought. So this was also one question based on the associative property of multiplication. See children, you have to note down these questions and their answers with proper steps in your notebook. Now let's discuss question number 7. There are 1759 sacks of rice, 982 sacks of wheat and 18 sacks of sugar in the godown of a shopkeeper. Find the total number of sacks in the godown. So what you are asked here? You are given the input. There are 1759 sacks of rice. So the number of sacks of rice is equal to 1759. Then you are given the number of sacks of wheat. What is it? How much is it? It is 982. And we are also given the input. There are 18 sacks of sugar. So number of sacks of sugar is equal to 18. You are asked to find out the total number of sacks. How do you find it? You have to add 1759 plus 982 plus 80. Number of sacks of rice plus number of sacks of wheat plus the number of sacks of sugar. Here also you can use grouping to make the addition easier. See, we know when we have addends which are multiples of 10 or 100 or 1000 or so on, the addition becomes easier. So here let's see if adding any two addends will give a multiple of 10 or 100 or 1000. Just have a look at the ones digit of these addends. See, 9, 2 and 8. See, if you add this 2 and 8, you will get 10. So there will be a 0 in the ones place. So let's see if that makes addition easier. Let's group these two addends now. So this becomes 1759 plus 982 plus 18. What is it? It is equal to 1000. So here see, we have got 1000. Now the addition has become simpler. So what is it? 1759 plus 1000. It is equal to 2759, which is the total number of sacks in the godown. So here see, we grouped two addends to make the addition easier. So this was also one question based on the associative property. So we can use this property to facilitate our calculations or to make them more easy. So children, just go through all these questions once again. Make sure you complete all the questions from the exercise. You can note down the answers in your notebook. Then you have to do the question given under the life skills exercise. This is under question number 7. Let me read out the question to you. In the morning, Ram and Rahim go for a walk in a park. Ram covers 50 rounds of 100 meter each and Rahim covers 100 rounds of 50 meter each. Now you have to find out who covers more distance and you also have to write 5 sentences on the significance of morning walk. So just give it a bit thinking and you may note down your answer in your notebook. And there is an interesting activity given under the heading Maths Lab activity in the same page. So this is an activity to verify the associative property of multiplication. Just check it out. This will be interesting to you. So that's all for today, children. We'll meet in the next class. Till then, bye.